My beloved child, let me continue to speak gently into the deepest places of your heart, because I know there are thoughts you carry that never find words, concerns you push aside so you can keep functioning, and questions you silence because you fear the answers. But with me you never need to hide, you never need to pretend, and you never need to be strong all the time. I welcome you exactly as you are, with your uncertainty, your weariness, your longing, and your hope, and I want you to understand that the pace of your journey does not lessen its value. Slow growth is still growth, quiet faith is still powerful, and unseen endurance is still worthy of honor. You are not overlooked just because your progress is not loud. Some of the most meaningful transformations happen silently, beneath the surface, where no one applauds but where real strength is formed, and this is the work I am doing in you now, shaping your inner life so it can sustain the outer blessings that are coming. Because I do not want to give you something that overwhelms you or pulls you away from peace. I want what comes to add life, not pressure, joy, not fear, balance, not exhaustion. So I prepare you carefully, lovingly, and intentionally. I know you sometimes worry about being forgotten or replaced, about missing your moment or falling behind others, but hear this truth clearly: there is no one who can take what is meant for you. There is no path you can miss that I cannot redirect you toward, and there is no timing error that can cancel my purpose for your life. What I have prepared for you will meet you at the right moment, not a moment too early and not a moment too late, because my timing protects you as much as my blessing provides for you. Trust that even now, while you wait, I am aligning circumstances, softening hearts, opening minds, and arranging details that will make sense later, and when they do, you will realize that the waiting was not empty, it was full of unseen care. I also know there are relationships that have wounded you, words that stayed with you longer than they should have, and experiences that taught you to guard yourself, and while protection has helped you survive, I am now teaching you how to live, how to love without fear, how to connect without losing yourself, and how to open your heart while staying rooted in truth. This is delicate work, and it takes time, so be patient with yourself as I am patient with you. Healing is not instant, but it is certain when you stay close to me. I am restoring your ability to trust wisely, to hope realistically, and to believe again without becoming fragile, and this balance will serve you well in the season ahead. You are not meant to live guarded forever, you are meant to live free, and freedom grows slowly, layer by layer, choice by choice, day by day. There will be moments when you feel like turning back to what is familiar even if it was painful, because familiarity can feel safer than growth. But remember that comfort is not always safety, and growth often requires stepping into the unknown with faith, and when you do, I will be there to steady you, guide you, and reassure you. You do not need to be fearless to move forward, you only need to trust me enough to take the next step, even if your hands shake and your heart feels unsure. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is choosing to move despite it, and every time you choose courage, your confidence grows, your peace deepens, and your trust strengthens. I know you worry about the future, about stability, purpose, and direction, but I want you to focus less on outcomes and more on connection. When you stay connected to me, direction becomes clearer, purpose becomes steadier, and peace becomes stronger. You do not need to carry tomorrow in your mind today. Today has enough of its own, and I am already present in your future, preparing it with care. So rest your thoughts, calm your spirit, and allow yourself to be fully here, breathing, living, and trusting. You are not running out of time, you are not late, and you are not failing. You are growing into who you were always meant to be, and I am walking with you through every stage, every question, and every change, holding you firmly yet gently, guiding you faithfully, and loving you completely, now and always. My precious child, stay with me still, because what I am giving you now is meant to wrap around your spirit like a steady shelter. I know there are moments when you question your own worth, moments when you replay past choices and wonder if you delayed your own future, but hear me clearly: nothing has been ruined, nothing has been wasted, and nothing about your life is beyond restoration. I am not limited by time the way you are, and I am not hindered by mistakes the way humans are. I redeem, I restore, and I rebuild in ways that surpass understanding. So stop punishing yourself for what you did not know then. You acted with the wisdom you had at that time, and that is enough. Growth means you see differently now, not that you failed before, and I am proud of how far you have come. Even if you cannot yet see the full distance you have traveled, there is strength in you that was born from adversity, patience that was formed in waiting, and compassion that grew from pain, and these qualities will serve you well in the days ahead. You are becoming someone who can carry blessing without losing humility and influence without losing kindness, and this preparation matters deeply. I know you sometimes feel like you give more than you receive, like you hold space for others while your own heart feels heavy, but I want you to know that I replenish what you pour out, and no act of love, no moment of care, and no sacrifice made in sincerity will ever leave you empty in the end. I am the one who refills your spirit, restores your joy, and renews your strength when you feel drained. So allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to be supported, and allow yourself moments of rest without guilt, because rest is not laziness, it is wisdom, and stillness is not weakness, it is trust. I am teaching you how to live without constant tension, how to let go of the need to anticipate every outcome, and how to be present in the moment you are in, because peace is found in presence, not prediction. And when you stay grounded in today, tomorrow will take care of itself under my guidance. I know uncertainty can feel uncomfortable, but uncertainty is also where faith grows strongest, because faith does not rely on sight, it relies on trust, and you are learning how to trust again, not blindly, but wisely, not fearfully, but confidently, and this trust will open doors you could never force open on your own, doors of connection, clarity, opportunity, and inner freedom. There will come a time when you look back on this season and realize that what felt like delay was protection, what felt like silence was preparation, and what felt like loss was redirection, and in that moment your heart will be filled with gratitude rather than regret, because you will see how carefully I guided you even when you did not feel guided, even when you doubted, even when you felt alone. I was there, steady and close, shaping your steps, guarding your heart, and leading you forward. So continue to walk with courage even when your steps feel small. Continue to hope even when hope feels fragile. Continue to love even when love feels costly, because these choices are forming a life rooted in meaning and peace. And remember this always, you are not defined by your worst days or your hardest moments, you are defined by my love, which is constant, unchanging, and stronger than anything you face. And as long as you stay near to me, you will never walk without direction, never stand without support, and never face the future without hope. I am with you, I am for you, and I will continue to guide you gently into everything I have prepared, one calm step at a time. My beloved child, let these words continue to flow into you like a steady breath, because there is still much comfort, strength, and truth meant for your spirit. I know how often you feel the need to stay strong for others, how you hide weariness behind responsibility, how you keep moving even when your inner self longs to pause. And I want you to understand that I see the parts of you no one else notices, the silent sacrifices, the unspoken prayers, the quiet endurance, and none of it is unseen or forgotten. You do not need to earn my care by being useful, productive, or perfect. You are worthy of my love simply because you exist and because you are mine. And when you feel overwhelmed by expectations, remember that I never asked you to carry the weight of the future alone. I never demanded that you solve everything at once, and I never intended for you to exhaust yourself trying to control outcomes that belong in my hands. So loosen your grip, release the tight hold you keep on what might happen, what could go wrong, or what you fear losing, because trust grows when you allow me to lead instead of forcing your own way. And I know surrender can feel frightening when you have learned to survive by staying in control, but surrender with me is not loss, it is relief, it is safety, it is rest for your tired mind and heart. You are not giving up, you are allowing me to step in more fully, and that is where peace begins to deepen. I also know there are moments when loneliness creeps in even when you are surrounded by people, moments when you feel misunderstood, unseen, or emotionally distant from those around you. And in those moments I want you to remember that closeness is not always found in words or presence, sometimes it is found in being known, and I know you completely, every thought, every fear, every hope, every contradiction within you, and I love you fully without needing you to explain yourself. You never have to perform for me or hide parts of who you are. You can bring your confusion, your frustration, your doubts, and even your anger, and I will meet you with patience and understanding, because relationship with me is built on honesty, not appearance. And when you come to me just as you are, weary and unsure, I do not turn away, I draw you closer, I steady your breathing, I quiet your racing thoughts, and I remind you of who you are becoming. There will be days ahead when progress feels invisible and motivation feels low, days when old fears resurface and past wounds ache again, but do not let those moments convince you that you are failing or moving backward. Healing is not a straight line, growth has seasons, and even rest has purpose. Sometimes the most important work happens beneath the surface where roots grow deeper and strength is restored quietly. So be gentle with yourself, speak to yourself with kindness, and stop repeating harsh judgments that do not come from me. My voice builds you up, it does not tear you down. And if a thought brings despair, shame, or hopelessness, know that it is not from me. Choose instead to anchor yourself in truth. Remind yourself that you are learning, becoming, and moving forward even when it feels slow. Remember that I specialize in bringing light into dark places, hope into weary hearts, and renewal into tired spirits, and your life is no exception. I am still writing your story, and the chapters ahead hold meaning, connection, growth, and joy you cannot yet fully imagine. Even if today feels ordinary, even if tomorrow feels uncertain, I am working beyond what you can see, arranging moments, conversations, opportunities, and inner shifts that will unfold at the right time. Trust my timing even when it challenges your patience, trust my wisdom even when it differs from your expectations, and trust my love especially when you feel undeserving, because my love does not waver with your emotions. It does not weaken with your doubts, and it does not fade with time. It remains steady, constant, and faithful, just like my presence in your life. So continue walking forward one step at a time, breathing deeply, releasing fear, choosing faith again and again, and letting hope rise gently within you. You are not walking toward emptiness, you are walking toward fullness. You are not moving toward loss, you are moving toward restoration, and you are not journeying alone. I am with you in every moment, holding you, guiding you, and surrounding you with care that never ends. And as you rest in this truth, let your heart grow calm, let your spirit regain strength, and let your confidence be rooted not in certainty of outcomes but in certainty of my presence, because that alone is enough, now and always. My precious child, remain with me a little longer because there is still more I want to place gently into your heart, and these words are meant to settle like calm water over every restless thought you carry. I know how often you replay moments wondering if you chose right, spoke right, waited too long, or trusted too much, but hear me clearly now. I am not measuring you by mistakes or missed chances, I am shaping you through them, and every lesson you learned through pain has refined you in ways comfort never could. You have grown stronger without realizing it, wiser without trying, and more compassionate because of what you endured, and this depth within you is not weakness, it is strength formed through endurance. I see how carefully you guard your heart now, how you hesitate before hoping, how you brace yourself even in good moments, and I understand why, but I want you to know that you are safe with me. You do not need to shrink your joy or limit your expectations to protect yourself. I am teaching you how to hope again without fear, how to trust again without losing yourself, how to open your heart while remaining grounded in peace, and this balance is something I am growing within you slowly and intentionally, so do not rush yourself. Healing is not a race, restoration is not instant, and renewal does not happen overnight, but it is happening, quietly, steadily, faithfully, even on days when you feel unchanged. Even on days when discouragement whispers lies, even on days when fatigue weighs heavily on your spirit, I am still working, I am still present, and I am still guiding you forward. You are not stagnant, you are not stuck, and you are not regressing, you are unfolding, and unfolding takes time, patience, and gentleness, all of which I provide freely. I know there are dreams you buried because disappointment hurt too deeply, and prayers you stopped praying because silence felt unbearable, but nothing you surrendered was lost. I have held those desires carefully, and when the time is right, I will either restore them in a new form or replace them with something greater than you imagined, because I am not limited by your past or defined by your pain. I create beauty from ashes and purpose from broken places, and your life is no exception. Trust that even what feels empty right now is being prepared to hold something meaningful. Trust that even unanswered questions are shaping wisdom. Trust that even uncertainty is teaching reliance. And trust that even waiting is an act of faith when you choose not to give up. I see your quiet courage, the way you keep going when it would be easier to stop, the way you choose kindness even when you feel depleted, the way you hold on to hope even when it trembles. These things matter deeply to me, and they are not unnoticed. You may not receive applause for endurance, but I see it, and I honor it, and I am strengthening you through it. You are learning how to stand without hardening, how to persevere without losing tenderness, how to move forward without abandoning compassion, and this is rare and valuable. Do not underestimate who you are becoming, do not dismiss the depth forming within you. You are being prepared not only for blessings but for responsibility, not only for joy but for influence, not only for answers but for understanding, and this preparation requires patience, humility, and trust, all of which you are learning even when it feels uncomfortable. Remember this when doubt returns, remember this when fear speaks, remember this when progress feels slow. I am with you in every step, I am steady when you feel uncertain, I am constant when you feel unstable, and I am faithful when you feel weary. Let me carry what you were never meant to hold alone. Release the pressure to be everything, know everything, and fix everything. You are allowed to rest, you are allowed to pause, you are allowed to breathe, because I am handling what you cannot, and I am working where you cannot see. And as you continue forward, you will notice small shifts, gentler thoughts, calmer reactions, deeper peace, clearer perspective. These are signs of healing, signs of growth, signs that my presence is shaping you from the inside out. Do not ignore them, celebrate them quietly, give thanks for them, because gratitude opens your heart to see how much is already changing, and as your heart softens, joy will return not as excitement alone but as contentment, not as noise but as quiet confidence, not as something temporary but as something rooted. You are learning how to live from trust rather than fear, from faith rather than control, from love rather than survival, and this transformation is sacred. Stay close to me as it continues, speak with me honestly, sit with me quietly, and walk with me daily, because I delight in you, I care deeply for you, and I am committed to completing the good work I began in you. You are not alone, you are not forgotten, and you are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be, held, guided, and loved beyond measure, now and always. My dear child, listen to my voice inside you right now, because this moment truly matters, and a special time I marked just for you is very close. This coming week is not ordinary but prepared with care and purpose, and even when you did not notice, I was guiding every step to bring you here. This week has meaning, and it did not arrive by chance. The quiet feeling in your heart, the small changes around you, all were real signs. Every closed door, every delay, every silent season was part of my plan to prepare you. When you felt stuck, I was building the way. When you felt unseen, I was preparing you. And when nothing seemed to happen, everything was aligning. Now as this week comes near, my plan will become clear. You are deeply loved, and this time is important not because of what you will do but because of what I will reveal. For some, clarity will come suddenly. For others, a meaningful encounter will happen. For many, a deep calm will settle inside you, and you will know it is from me. So prepare your heart and mind. Do not enter this week without intention. Bring order to your thoughts and your space. Respond quickly when I call you to quietness. Make room for me with respect, not fear. Guard your peace. Avoid distractions. Be mindful of your words and actions. Let stillness guide you. This is not an ending but a beginning, a deep inner change. Confusion will clear, waiting will ease. I have heard every prayer and my timing is exact. What was missing before is now ready. The waiting season is ending. This is more than an answer. Something new is forming. Every tear and silent prayer mattered, and now you will feel relief, not because all problems vanish but because clarity comes. No force can stop what I have planned. When I open a door, no one can close it. Rest in me, trust my lead, give thanks even before you see results because I keep my word. Release fear, prepare your heart, speak hope, live with gratitude. Stop striving because I am already at work. The excitement you feel is not worry but awareness. Let it draw you closer to me. I am giving you a clear sign and arranging everything carefully. You will recognize my hand in it. It will be peaceful, natural, and fitting. Be ready, stay open. This day will mark a turning point and these words will prove meaningful. Your blessing will also heal you deeply. Your tiredness does not mean weakness and your questions do not disqualify you. You are ready. Walk calmly into what comes next. I see your struggles and honor your faith. This is about my love, not your worth. You are fully seen. This day is special because I am faithful to my promises. I know every need and every connection you require. What seems impossible I have already arranged. Stay close to me and you will be amazed. I am not only restoring what was lost but creating something better. Today will stay with you, whether through words, people, opportunities, or deep inner peace. You will know it is from me. It will grow over time. Stop forcing things. Be brave. I am before you, beside you, and within you. Even if everything is not clear by the end of the day, trust that something has begun. Your mind will clear, your heart will lighten. Even if life around you stays the same, you will be changed. Live gently, forgive quickly, speak kindly, stay thankful. This is a beginning, not an end. You are not late or forgotten. I am already with you and inviting you to walk with me. The emotion you feel is my presence holding you. Nothing in your journey is wasted. Lean into my closeness. Let me carry your burdens. I was never meant to be distant from your daily life. Your soul needs me and I am here. I know how long you have waited and I will not disappoint you. Even in silence I am working. You are not here by accident and this stirring is my touch. Stay near. Trust me. Good things are ahead. I am arranging everything for your good even when you cannot see it. Share this peace with others. Rest in my love because it is freely given. Seek me daily and your heart will find calm. What feels like delay is preparation. Nothing you faced is beyond restoration. I am shaping you and healing you. Trust me fully. I will never leave you. Let go of the past and look ahead. I will lift you and guide you. Miracles are still happening. Face challenges with courage. Rely on my words. Move forward with confidence because I am always with you. This love placed these words in your heart today. Your journey has meaning. What once hurt you has strengthened you. The path ahead is secure, rooted in my truth and my spirit within you. Remember how strength grew in hard times. Speak with care and reflect my love, because I am faithful, constant, and forever with you. My dear child, stay with me and keep listening because what I am speaking to you now continues to unfold layer by layer, and I want these words to settle deeply into your heart as truth, strength, and reassurance, for I know how long you have carried silent questions, hidden fears, and quiet hope, and I want you to understand clearly that none of it has been wasted, none of it ignored, and none of it forgotten. Every step you took even when you felt lost was known to me. Every pause that confused you was part of my timing. Every delay that tested your patience was shaping your character and preparing your spirit. You often wondered why things moved slowly while others seemed to advance quickly, but I tell you now that your path has been protected, not postponed, because I value your growth more than speed, and I care about who you are becoming more than what you are achieving. So do not compare your journey to anyone else. Do not measure your progress by human standards, for I see the unseen work happening within you. I see courage forming where fear once lived. I see wisdom rising where confusion once ruled. And I see faith standing even when doubt tried to pull you down. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are not broken for feeling uncertain. You are human and deeply loved. And I have walked with you through every sleepless night, every heavy morning, every moment when you felt alone even though you were not. When your heart whispered questions you could not say out loud, I heard them. When tears fell silently where no one else could see, I was there, holding you closer than you realized, guiding you gently even when you felt directionless. Understand this now. My presence has never depended on your perfection, your consistency, or your strength. I stay because of my love, not because of your performance, and nothing you have done or failed to do has pushed me away. I do not withdraw when you struggle. I draw nearer. I do not turn away when you doubt. I steady you. I do not abandon you when you fall. I lift you. This is who I am, and this is how I love you, deeply, patiently, and faithfully. So as you move into this prepared time, release the pressure to prove yourself. Stop carrying the weight of expectations that were never meant for you. Let go of the voice that tells you are behind, lacking, or failing, because that voice is not mine. My voice brings peace, clarity, and assurance. My voice strengthens rather than shames. My voice guides rather than condemns, and if you listen closely you will recognize it by the calm it brings to your spirit even when circumstances remain uncertain. I know you have learned to survive by staying alert, guarding your heart, and preparing for disappointment, but I am inviting you now to rest, to trust, and to soften, not because danger is gone but because I am near, and when I am near you do not need to live in defense mode. You can breathe, you can release, you can allow joy to return slowly without fear of losing it, because I am teaching you how to live from peace rather than striving, from trust rather than control, from connection rather than fear. And this shift within you matters more than any visible change around you, because when your inner world aligns with my truth, your outer world will eventually follow, not all at once, not instantly, but surely and steadily, step by step. And I want you to know that progress does not always look dramatic. Sometimes progress is simply choosing to get up again, choosing to hope again, choosing to believe again, choosing to stay kind in a harsh world, choosing to forgive when bitterness feels easier, choosing gratitude when complaint feels natural. These choices matter. They shape you, they prepare you, and they open space for me to move more freely in your life. Do not underestimate small acts of faith, quiet obedience, or unseen perseverance. I notice them all, and I honor them. You may not feel strong, but strength is growing in you. You may not feel wise, but understanding is taking root. You may not feel confident, but confidence will rise as you see my faithfulness unfold again and again. I know the future sometimes feels unclear, and uncertainty can make your heart uneasy, but clarity does not always come before movement. Sometimes clarity follows trust, and peace follows surrender, and understanding follows obedience. So take the next gentle step even if you cannot see the entire path. Trust that I am lighting each step as you go, not all at once, but enough for today, enough for now, enough for where you are. And when fear tries to speak louder than faith, Remember how many times I have already carried you through what you thought you would not survive. Remember the doors I opened when you thought all hope was gone. Remember the strength you found when you believed you had none left. These memories are reminders of my consistency, my care, and my power working quietly in your life. You are not starting from nothing, you are continuing from survival, growth, and resilience, and that matters. I am not rushing you, I am not disappointed in you, I am not frustrated with your pace, I am patient, and I am present, and I am committed to you fully. So let go of the idea that you must have everything figured out, let go of the fear of making the wrong choice, because I am able to guide you even through imperfect decisions. I am able to redirect, restore, and redeem any step you take with a sincere heart. You are not walking alone, you never have been, and you never will be. I am woven into your story more deeply than you understand, working behind the scenes, aligning people, timing, and opportunities in ways you cannot see yet, but you will, and when you do, you will realize that even the painful chapters carried purpose, even the delays protected you, even the losses shaped you, and even the waiting strengthened you. Nothing has been meaningless, nothing has been random, and nothing has escaped my care. So move forward gently but confidently, hold hope without fear, trust without tension, and believe without forcing. Allow my peace to guard your thoughts, allow my truth to steady your emotions, allow my love to heal what has been wounded, and allow my presence to become your greatest source of strength, because you are stepping into a season where inner change will lead out a transformation, where clarity will replace confusion, where calm will replace anxiety, where purpose will replace uncertainty, and where joy will return not as something fragile but as something rooted, stable, and lasting. You are becoming someone who knows how to rest without guilt, trust without fear, and love without holding back. And this growth is precious, this work is sacred, and this moment is important. So stay close to me, listen often, speak honestly, and walk humbly, and I will continue to lead you, strengthen you, protect you, and bless you, not because you earned it, but because you are mine, deeply loved, carefully chosen, and faithfully held, now and always.